So what did that place end up going for? This is kind of overdone.
If you want to flip a house in a short period of time, you certainly don't want a neighborhood that's sort of up and coming.
It's a lot tougher than I thought. I have a huge passion for design, and in the past few years, I've renovated and flipped a number of homes. The key to a successful flip is to do a top quality renovation while sticking to a tight budget. My goal is to buy a house, renovate it in 8 months, and flip it for a profit. And my real estate agent, Cindy, is just the person to help me find the right place.
So Peter, you want to flip a house?
I think the market's great right now. It's a really hot market, which
It is.
I'm sure you know.
It is. What are you looking for? What type of house?
Can I give you my wish list?
Sure.
Detached, 3-story, parking, a garage ideally, backyard, decent basement, and basement I mean like decent ceiling height.
Right.
So that I can at least develop that space
And
as well.
save money without having to dig the basement out
Yeah.
and create a whole new space, yes. Have you been approved for a mortgage?
I thought you were lending me the money. Yes, I have. I've met with my mortgage broker and the money is set aside. Before I met with Cindy, I met with my mortgage broker. Within hours of our meeting, I discovered exactly how much I was pre-approved to borrow. A mortgage professional makes the financing process fast and easy.
I want to flip a house, so I'm looking for financing, I guess.
Well, what sort of purchase price are you looking at?
Ideally, I'm looking at low 500s, up to 6.
Up to 6. When you're putting down less than 20%, there's a premium that you're charged on top of it. So if we can avoid that premium, I would suggest you come in with a 20% down payment.
Okay, the maximum amount of money I want to borrow is $600,000. So 20% of that is a $120,000 down payment. Closing costs of about $10,000 and $125,000 in construction costs. I need to bring $255,000 out of my own pocket.
Wow.
When you're flipping a home, it's very important to take into consideration the length of the term of the mortgage. In my opinion, it's always best to go with a line of credit.
A line of credit is going to allow me to pay it off at any time. I'm not locked into a fixed term. I've got a competitive interest rate, and best of all, I can pay just those interest payments and not have to worry about the amortization payments as well. And once I'm done with this project, I'll still always have that line of credit for potentially a future project.
Well, you know what, Peter, I'm really glad you've been pre-approved, because when we go out to look at these houses and you see one that you fall in love with, they may be taking offers that night.
Been pre-approved for $600,000.
Okay.
Not that I want to spend $600,000. Ideally, what I like to aim for is low 5s.
Okay.
Realistic?
It's realistic. I think what we'll have to do, though, is start really in the $500,000 range, start looking at that price. You'll probably be in a competitive bid situation.
What does that mean?
It means there'll be a lot of other people looking for the very same thing that you're looking for.
Overbidding, I bet.
Yeah, we see it every day.
When I'm looking to buy a home to flip, I use every resource possible. I scour up-and-coming neighborhoods by foot, on my bike, and by car. I use the internet, real estate listings, and of course, my greatest resource, my real estate agent, Cindy.
So what do you think?
I think it's got some potential. Yeah, so there's 2 apartments, one there, and this is the first one we're going in.
Yeah, it's divided into 2 units. I liked it because it's in a great neighborhood. It really will probably take a lot of work to bring it back, but I think it has so much potential.
I wouldn't keep the kitchen in the front, though.
No. It's probably much better in the back.
This is a very nice place, but I've learned not to get caught up in the excitement of a sale. I just have to remember what I want in a home to flip.
Would you put a kitchen there?
Exactly, so that's what I'm thinking. This is where you'd have to carve some sort of a kitchen, and then you got access to the backyard, down into the basement. All the rooms are decent sizes. Can we go upstairs?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm having a hard time seeing how I can get all this work done with the budget that I have. This is actually quite nice.
Wow,
This is a nice apartment.
It's amazing up here.
This is looking pretty good. It's just gonna cost a lot of money to get all these rooms in shape. It's got the 3rd floor that I was looking for, plus the bonus outdoor deck, which I really, really love. This is great. I love this outdoor space up on the 3rd level.
Isn't it beautiful?
It's no parking, though. What about front yard parking?
The city won't allow it.
So is that gonna affect my resale?
It will.
I'm flipping a house. I think this house is better suited to an end user, somebody who's gonna be here for 20 years. Somebody's gonna dump a ton of money in here. They can recoup that over a longer period of time. I need to recoup it in 8 months. We'll look at more houses.
Sounds good.
Cindy's been great. She's been sending me all sorts of MLS listings. I've been driving all over the city, whether in my car or biking around, and just not finding that diamond in the rough. This is kind of overdone.
If you want to flip a house in a short period of time, you certainly don't want a neighborhood that's sort of up and coming that's going to take several years to find its place.
It is a lot tougher than I thought. Wow. There is a lot of character in here. This is quite nice. I love the old foyers or having this much space. This is what they consider a renovated kitchen? What do you think will happen with the pricing on this house?
Well, you know what? It's already at the top end of your budget, and I would not be surprised if there was a lineup for this house.
Oh, wow. They did a lovely job with the bathroom. I love the skylight. It's great.
Yeah.
But it's done. This house is again, it's way too done. This is truly an amazing home. It's got a lot of the features that I'm looking for. I wish it hadn't been as extensively renovated. The last thing I want to do is pay for somebody else's renovations. And you really think this is going to go over asking?
Absolutely. We'll have a bidding war, and it will go over asking.
When flipping a house, the last thing you want to do is pay for somebody else's renovations. You want to buy with your head, not with your heart, and you want to avoid the money pits. So what did that place end up going for? Are you kidding? Okay, that's crazy. I can't believe this market. I would never, ever have paid that much. My real estate agent, Cindy, and I have been all around the city looking for the perfect home to flip. And out of curiosity, that one I opted not to go for it. What did it end up going for? Wow. Wow. That's shocking. Cindy and I have it narrowed down to a couple of specific neighborhoods. We've seen some really great properties and some real nightmares.
I always tell my clients just to hang in there. You know, the right house is going to come up. And it was the same with Peter. Peter got very discouraged.
We're moving on. This is it.
Okay.
This is it. Forget it.
I'm going back upstairs.
Wow. I have to remember, this is something I want to turn around fast. These tiles.
It's not bad space here, is it?
No, it's great space. It's these tiles are just...
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I like the fireplace.
Hey, at least it has a fireplace. That's important. This is an estate sale.
So it's the family getting rid of it.
It's the family selling the house. Look at this stove.
This starts feeling like 1930s, 40s.
Oh yeah,
for
this is original. Nothing has been done in here.
Wow.
That's an elementary school across the street. Hardwood, hardwood, hardwood.
Whoa.
Wonderful. Oh my gosh, look at that. Oh, wow. Well, hey, you know what? There's a bathroom here.
Exactly, yeah.
And something for you to work with.
For sure, for sure.
So, Peter, I think this is supposed to be the master bedroom.
Really? It doesn't feel like a master. It's small. It's wide, which is nice. It's just...
But you know what? There's another room on the other side of this wall. Let's maybe take a look at that.
It's a kitchen, Sydney.
Oh,
it's a kitchen.
Yeah, it's a second kitchen. That's right.
This is bizarre.
That's right. Is there any way you can make this room work with the master? Maybe
like opening it up?
Create an ensuite?
So we got the 2, 3, 4. So you'd be taking it down to a 3-bedroom.
Which is fine.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think it's more important that we have the whole master suite idea.
Oh, I like this one. Tiny though.
Yeah, kind of more like maybe a home office.
Okay, downstairs. A bit creepy down here, but...
Oh, The price is right. It's a huge bonus that we have a fantastic basement downstairs. There are very high ceilings. It's wonderful extra space.
Another kitchen, just what this house needs.
Another one.
3 kitchens.
Great.
Despite the 3rd kitchen and all the bad paneling, I had a good feeling about the basement, although I did have one concern. But what are people's thoughts on, again, it is the basement. I mean, are people creeped out by basements?
No, not if it's finished beautifully, absolutely not.
Yeah. The basement was rough, but it had all the right elements. Good ceiling height, plumbing for a bathroom and shower. I think it could make a really great casual living space for potential buyers. What a great day, eh?
Oh, it's beautiful.
I love the garage. That's great. It's huge.
Really nice garage.
Yeah.
Pretty.
This looks like it was built later on. Oh my God, I love this.
Oh my gosh, this is fantastic.
It's huge.
It's huge.
It's huge, and it's fairly recently built, obviously. I mean,
yeah.
And it's really, this ain't coming
solid.
down.
And it's huge, it's for 2 cars.
I think this is a great house for flipping. It's a detached home that sits on a good-sized lot.
It has good curb appeal. The house really has great bones and it has so much potential.
It's got a double-car garage, which is very rare in the city. I think that'll only add to the resale value.
The kitchen and the dining room are side by side, and there's wonderful potential to create a big open concept.
The house hasn't been renovated yet. It's been really well maintained. The fact that it's a 4-bedroom home is amazing. I can easily get a good-sized bedroom with ensuite bathroom, which I think is really important.
It has so many of the elements that we were looking for when we set out to buy a house for Peter. I think the only thing that we might be compromising on, which was on Peter's wish list, was a 3rd floor. And really, with that wonderful basement, we almost don't even have a need for it.
I think this is the house.
Do you like it?
I do, I do.
Do you want to make an offer?
Yeah, when are they taking offers?
Today.
Today, really?
Yeah.
I was hoping to get my team in.
Well, we can, but we have to act fast.
Okay, like now?
Like now.
Okay, let's do it, let's do it. That place is amazing. I love it. It's got so much potential. I think let's put an offer. Let's make that one happen. When I'm flipping a house, I don't make a move until I consult with my team. What I have to get done is opening up this wall. So I've called in my contractor, Rob, and designer, Yulia, to come in and give me their opinions. More of a casual kitchen sort of here.
He can tell us what size of beam we want to put above that.
That connection.
It's actually east to west.
It's a load-bearing wall, so it's gonna cost some money to take it out.
So that wall, I agree, comes out, island goes in.
Yeah.
I mean, from a design standpoint, the sky's the limits, really, with this place. It's barely been touched, so there's so much opportunity for change.
Plumbing is here to try to get in a bathroom.
You could do a pocket bathroom.
No 3rd floor, but I think the basement has potential.
Tell we're not digging down the basement.
Another kitchen. Wow.
That's enough ceiling height.
This is perfect. This is good.
It's big.
You don't have to dig this down.
There's good square footage.
I'm definitely getting a home inspection.
Yeah.
I will not buy this house without a home inspection, making sure
okay.
that clears. So they'll check out the electrical and the mechanics.
Budget that in, because that's a big one.
I know. What do you guys think? Would you buy this house?
It's got everything you need. It's got enough bedrooms. It's got a separate room for a basement. It's gonna have a big kitchen. Yeah, I'd do it. Sure.
Good.
I think you should buy it.
I know. I guess I'm buying a house. Oh, this is nerve-wracking.
Think about what you're really comfortable paying for this house. Put in that offer, put in your best offer. But one other thing, if we are in competition, a home inspection clause, I don't know.
Not willing to negotiate on the home inspection.
Okay.
I am willing to give them extra in a multiple offer situation, so...
What price are you looking at?
$25,000. Let's add 25.
Can you bump it up just a little bit, maybe another $1,000?
Okay. 576. That's my limit.
Is that
has to be
good?
my limit. Do 576.
Okay, done.
Good.
I'm on my way. Oh, your hands are cold.
I'm nervous,
This
Cindy.
is
I'm nervous.
exciting.
I was fully prepared to give them my maximum offer, but I was not going to compromise on the home inspection. There's just too much on the line to take that risk. The last thing you want to do is get stuck with a lemon. Okay, some people eat chocolate, some people drink. When I get nervous, I clean. Since looking for a house, my place has never looked so good. Hey, Cindy.
Hi, Peter.
Tell me you got some good news for me.
you got the house.
That's great.
I know.
Excellent.
Isn't that great?
We got the conditions.
Everything's done.
Finally. Oh, this is great. This is great news. Thank you so much, Cindy.
You're so welcome. Congratulations.
Bye. Yay. I bought a house. Well, the house is mine for $576,000, but the offer is conditional. We have to do the house inspection first. I know a lot of people breathe over the shoulder of a home inspector. Even I've done it before, but I've made a rule a while back to sit back and let them do their job. A home inspection is completely nerve-wracking. It's like time stands still. All you want is this guy to come back and tell you it's a good house and you should buy it. The home inspection went as I expected. It is an older home and there are some typical issues that you're gonna run into. The fact that it wasn't insulated, you know, these homes were built as double brick homes with lath and plaster, no insulation in between there. Figured that some of the windows would have to be replaced, but what totally caught me off guard was the fact that we discovered termites.
Over here on the floor,
yeah, I noticed this as well.
We've got some signs of what we call wood-boring insects.
Oh, You don't mean termites, do you?
The dreaded T word, you never know.
You don't think it was, maybe they had plants or something?
Not really, no. If you look here at the way the underside of the wood is hollow.
Yeah.
Can you hear that? Okay. It's a pretty clear sign to me that something's been in this wood, nesting, feasting, whatever, okay?
The termite damage was definitely a surprise. I was sure it was just caused by some water damage. I wasn't planning on keeping the floors anyway, so it didn't concern me really. But what does certainly concern me is the fact that it may be termites, and that's definitely an issue.
Got a bit of a bigger issue here in the wall.
The cottage cheesing, I figured you were gonna notice this. I noticed it as well.
Now the structure itself is sound. This is just a drainage problem on the outside that could lead to bigger problems down the road. So you want to take care of it now.
I knew there was some water issues with the basement. You know, houses of this age, you typically find problems like that. But the inspector said that the foundation was solid, which I think is key. I figure it's an issue I can address. Another area of concern.
Another area of concern. You can see down here that we've got the same type of moisture that we found in the mudroom wall over there.
Ideally, it's doing a huge trench around the entire house, sealing that all up.
If you want this as living space, that's the best way to go. Otherwise, you're just heading for more problems like this in the future.
That's huge.
The rest of the basement was completely dry. It looks like it's just a few contained areas where we're getting a little bit of water seepage, which is manageable. Let's hope it's just those contained areas and I don't have to do the entire basement.
So let's go to the furnace room. All right. Whoa, what's this?
Ew.
I'm no bug expert, but that looks kind of like a cockroach to me.
Oh, please don't tell me it's a cockroach.
Peter, let's go have a look at your furnace. Now, no, all is not lost.
It's something good, Brian.
Here's the good news, it works, okay? So it's doing what it's supposed to do, it's providing heat to the house. It's distributing the heat to all zones of the house, and that's exactly what we wanted to do. However, just given the age of it, you can see that, you know, it's probably over 25 years old. It's certainly something you need to budget for a new furnace. It's all making sense?
Oh yeah, no, it's all totally making sense. It's just, it's all adding up.
Right.
Very, very quickly. After months and months of searching for the perfect home to flip, I finally found something that has loads of potential and is close to my budget. I put in an offer of $576,000, conditional on the house passing inspection. The inspector found some water damage, a clunker of a furnace,
Please don't tell me it's a cockroach.
and some unwanted tenants. But the foundation is solid, and I'm going for it. I know I'm gonna make money on this place. Going into this project, I've already done my forecasting, my projections. I know how much I paid for it, I know how much I want to put into it, and what I ultimately want to get out of it. So I feel confident that it's gonna work out. You have to take some risks in order to make some gains. So in this case, we'll see if I've taken too much of a risk. We'll find out what the house ends up selling for and how much of a return I make.
I think Peter's making a good decision here. When I first looked at the house on the outside, it's square, the roof looked like I was in good shape. You know, he's got to keep in mind what he paid for it, what he's going to put into it, and what he hopes to get in the end.
I could walk away. I got a conditional offer, so I still have that room to back out, but I'm going with my gut. I'm going with the fact that I feel confident about this place, the fact that I feel that the issues that have arisen are all issues that I can address.
There's a lot of money on the line. I bought this house for $576,000 and I've budgeted $125,000 for renovations and another $10,000 for closing costs. This means I need to sell the house for somewhere around $800,000 to create the kind of profit that'll make it worthwhile.
Congratulations, Peter. Here are your keys.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel?
Relieved. I'm glad we finally found something. But I'm also kind of nervous.
Yeah.
There's no turning back at this point.
No, there isn't.
I'm in for it. What have I gotten myself into?